We will be doing the level 120 pitch chasm stage here. As you can see, I'm doing this with a no synergy team, though my friend is a Golbez. My first run on this, I could not even find one on my friends list, so double Kuja worked just as well. If you're taking a look at the team, you are definitely going to need Kuja's EX. For this particular team, you're going to need Agrias' EX, but she can be substituted with really any debuffer or secondary damage dealer. Lilisette you only need the 35 for, so you have a little bit of flexibility there. Alright, so let's get right into it. This wave is Magic Week, so you can get away with just using Kuja's Brave Plus and HP Plus for a little while here. Just for the sake of saving his skills, you only want to use the plus versions. So I am going to focus on trying to take out Onion Knight first, because his damage threat is significantly higher than that of Cloud of Darkness. In fact, really the only thing scary she does is blind you for a turn once in a while. Though she does randomly come back from break and hit you with an HP attack once in a while, so do keep an eye out for that. Now, if you want to make this particular wave super easy, you can always substitute Agrias for someone like Vanille or Balthier. Balthier especially is pretty hilarious because he will steal the permanent stat buffs from Onion Knight. So feel free to do what you want with that. Yeah. The trick here is just to make sure you always have somebody who can break. For that reason, you're going to want to keep track of the number of turns left on Agrias' Knight's Pride buff. It's very important that you don't let that get down to like 1 or 2 turns, only to have to use something to Brave Shave and have it run out. So just keep an eye on it, and you're probably going to be fine. So, oh yeah, that'll be just fine. You may notice I am being pretty conservative with Lilisette's skills as well. That's important. She will be very important in the final wave here. Now, I could get a launch, but I think I want to try and save that. For a turn like this. See, I could use a Knight's Pride to get a launch here, but you know what? I'm not going to. That would probably provide a little bit more damage overall, but I'm also going to burn a Knight's Pride a little early, and I don't really feel like that's a good idea. Okay, so Kuja's EX is ready. I'm going to use it. I want to make sure that he gets a Brave Break here. You just don't want Cloud of Darkness getting that free random HP attack, because she will use that Brave plus HP attack, not just a regular HP attack. And it can get someone dangerously low health. It's not likely to one-shot anyone, but with just Agrias for heals, it is going to take a while to get my Ifrit's Blessing back up, so I'd rather just take care of it and be safe. So now I'm down to 3 turns, so I am going to go ahead and use Knight's Pride. Nice thing is, once you can use permanent plus versions, Ring Holy does a lot of damage, so... So now the trick is to just make sure I am conservative enough with skills. Because by the time you get to the last wave, it's very easy to have run out of steam. So this wave is straightforward. It's sort of the opposite of the last one. X-Death is the dangerous one because he has sort of an odd variety of multi-target Brave plus HP attacks. The one he's likely to use right away is going to be based off your current Brave. So the easy counter to that is to, well, just dump your Brave the turn before. However, he does also inflict some obnoxious debuffs, so you're going to want to be able to take care of those. The easiest strategy is just blow him up first, because Bartz has to build up to his danger threat level. Because he has to master his skills, it takes him a lot of uses. By the time he even gets remotely dangerous, this fight will probably be over, so... So this is the best turn if you can paralyze, silence, or otherwise disable. For instance, if you have Kefka, that would work too. The reason being that he's about to use Grand Cross, and that is one of the nasty attacks, so it's pretty easy to avoid. So you're always going to want to use Kuja's EX when it's up, because you will run out of skills if you try to save it. No point holding on to it for the next wave, it'll be back up, so... So I'm getting into that danger zone for stacks, so I will want to use Knight's Pride next turn if I can. And as you can see, Kuja is running pretty low on abilities at this point. So, you want to get the most bang for your buck out of his Ultimas and such here. So, you really want to open with them if you can, because Vayne is going to become resistant to magic damage shortly here. And so you really, really want to make sure that by the time that happens, Kuja has done as much damage as he can to the guy, because he's going to be dead weight through the second half of this fight. Who you swap out here is really up to you. I prefer to swap out Lilisette because her battery is invaluable once Kuja is completely out of steam. And so I'd rather she still have some abilities left. Now I like to open with Twin Meteor because it guarantees he'll get to do it again on his last turn. Now, they're both already silenced, so I feel bad using a Judgment Blade. I probably will have to nonetheless, but... Now, that final Ultima I'm going to try to hang on to until he's out of ring holies, because it will allow me to refresh his buffs one last time. So here's the thing about Ring Holy. Half of them are going to hit Vayne no matter what, so it doesn't matter which person I target, I'm going to get the same damage out of it. So I'm going to keep focusing Vayne for that reason, because he's just the scarier character. He's harder for me to kill otherwise, so... Now here's that danger mode. I have to break them both or I'm in a lot of danger here, so I'm going to burn an ability. Okay. So I'm going to target Van for the launch here. The reason being you can get some crazy brave damage out of him, and it's his last turn, so I'm going to see if it just gives me a little bit of extra overflow. It's probably overkill. I think he'd probably max anyway, but hey, if you can get a little extra, get a little extra. So now is where having her come back becomes very useful, because she can sort of carry Kuja's dead weight through the rest of this fight. Now I got lucky with the Paralyze there. That's really not necessary. Paralyze is just a bonus. One down, one to go. Now this is dangerous because he may use a skill. But from Zero Brave it's pretty unlikely to be lethal, and it was not, of course. I could have broken him, but I wanted to hang on to her last ability just in case I need it. I probably should have used it after all, though. It looks like he's going to go down pretty quickly here. And that's the end. Basically, as long as you're attacking the characters in the same order and keeping them broken, you can use a lot of team comps. So the final score you need to hit this is only 170. So as you can see, this team was overkill. You can use a much weaker party and still accomplish the same thing. So give it a shot. I think you'll have a lot of success as long as you bring, a Golbez or Kuja friend or something to carry you that way.